Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. Today we're going to be doing a little mini album, I think we're going to call it. And I have a whole bunch of supplies here that I want to construct this album around. I don't have it pre-planned. We're going to be making it together on the fly. So a while ago in one of my recycling / jump hauls, I got this adorable book from the recycle center, and I have been cutting it up. There's only a few pages left that I haven't cut up, but this is the book that I'm cutting up. It's by Kelly Ray Roberts, a book about love. And so what I've done, kind of hard to see with this background. What I've done is I've gone through and I've Fussy cut most of the paper dolls. I'm actually hoping I can get 2 little mini albums out of this. There are things like hearts. There's some nice borders that I have. Some just sort of leftover odds and end pieces, some more borders. I thought that was pretty just by itself. And some of these are equal. No, that's not the one. But this one's pretty on this side. Some of them are equally pretty on both sides. Yeah, that's the one. I'll decide when I get there which one I'm going to use. Cute little bird border. I love that one. I think that one's really neat. But, you know, beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. I debated cutting it up, but I thought, you know what? Look at how many things I'm going to get made out of this book. Oh, here's some more of the dolls. So really cool. And this, I don't know, I'll cut it up and do something with it. I have some stickers. I have a little bit of that watercolor paper that we made the other day. Some more stickers. Of course, the book. I have some punchinella because I like to decorate everything. And then I have 2 pieces of Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking paper, 12 by 12. So I am going to move this temporarily out of the way. Now I have a whole bunch of other embellishments, lace, ribbon, you know, flat back gems, you know, all the stuff that we use. So let me move this out of the way. These are the 2 scrapbooking papers that I have. Now, I think I want this one to be the base of my mini album. And I want, let me make this one. I want this to be the inside and this to be the outside. So, well, it's going to be both, inside and outside. Actually, this paper is directional. It's written Stampin' Up! Right there, and I don't want that showing. So this is a 12 by 12 paper. I'm going to fold almost in half. Oh, this says Stampin' Up! Right there, too. It says Stampin' Up! On these papers. So I am good with it right there. See, I'm leaving just, I don't know, what is that? Half an inch, 1/4 of an inch as a lip. Now, I debated, do I want to do my, what do you call this thing? My creaser. Do I want to do this for all my creases and all my folds? And my answer is no. I don't. I found my wire, so I put that over here. I might use this for some of them. It's a small one. Do I have the big one? Yes. Does it fit on my desk? No, it does not. So I've got this, and then you know I have to do, hold it down, bend it up. Just gives it slight bit of a lip to bend easier. At this point, I might want to come in and do a little bit. I don't know, but overall, do I want to? No. Now, this is 12 inches across. If I do 3, it's gonna fold funky, but one of the sides can be a little bit bigger. So let's have this one be 3. And I'm gonna flip this one around, and I'm gonna have this one be just shy of 3. There. Probably would have done it a slight bit differently, because I am going to, you know what? Let's do it bigger than 3. You know, I'm big on folding, just regular folding. This is what I want. I want this. We're not going to do this. Let me move this. Good. It's all well and good, but I want this. All right, I want this one. There we go. That's what I want. Making sure this is even at the bottom. There. I'm okay that there's creases here because I'm going to be covering them. Okay, look at that. And then we're going to cut this here because I don't want, where's my big scissors? I don't want all of this. So this is the crease I'm going to cut on this one and this one right here. Only on the bottom. Now, I like to use these because of the detail point. This is my Fiskars spring-loaded. I am going to cut these 2 end pieces off, and I'm going to leave the center. There. Oh, not cut straight. A lot straighter. Okay, let's cut this side off. So we're going to be left with essentially a T shape. Kind of a T. That's what we're left with. So it's going to go like that. Now, we're not going to, on any of these pieces, they're not going to go to waste. Okay, now actually, I like that this has a crease on it because I'm going to use that. I'm going to give you the measurement for that. That's an inch. There's an inch crease on this. But before I glue this down, I want to grab my hole punch. Oh, here it is right here. I want to grab my hole punch. I want to do a notch hole. I want to grab my corner rounder. Corner rounded all those bits. And you know what? We're going to corner round all this while we're here. Everything. These sides I might come back and trim, but that's okay. I can corner round it Now, this is Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking paper. It's fairly sturdy paper. So it's not chintzy paper. Okay, did we get everything? Yes, we did, and I'm covered. These come flying all over me. Okay. I'm gonna leave that there because I'm still gonna use that. I want it this way. Okay, I want to decide, before I go any further, which of my dolls are going where. I have these pieces. This piece. Then there's another piece that I'm looking for. There's the heart. And here's all the dolls. Let's start with these. Now, if this is too tall, see that sticks up a little bit. I can just trim her off right there. So I want her on the cover because she's one of my favorites. Now, I want one right here. We're going to trim her down. We're going to do things here. I want this one too big. I do that one there. And then we're going to flip this. Actually, I'm going to put her there. Okay. All right. So that's decided. Those are the 3 that I'm going to use. Now, for this right here, my thought was to take one of these pieces. This one. This is the one I'm looking for. And trim it to put here. Let me get my paper cutter. Actually, let me double check the other side. Yes, this is fine to use. There. And I'm going to trim this down fairly tight to the words. Now, if I need to redo this, oh, look at that. Just made it. But nonetheless, let's do a little bit. And then I'm going to line that up right there. Look at that. Worked great. And let's do my corner rounder on this. So I'm going to give this one as a gift to a friend. And I want to do the Distress ink on the edge. this one, I'm going to have it flip. I'm not going to have it be a side pocket. I'm going to do a side pocket on the other side. I want it to flip. So I'm hoping to make one of these for one friend and another one for another friend. Should I do 2 videos? I'm not going to get both in this video. Okay. Let's start. Let's start by gluing this to this. Now, I am going to come back and I am going to further embellish this. You know what? I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of lace. Where did I put my lace? And, you know, the other thing I have is some of these bias tapes. Are those the same color? Yeah. Let me open this. Maybe I'm going to use some of this as well. These I got from a secondhand store as well. It's going to cover the tea. If I did the lace, you'll still be able to see the notch hole, so I'm good with that. You just cut a piece. Move these. I'll come back to those. Yeah. You know, I also have Aleene's. Let me use Aleene's on the lace. And then that will help glue it to the booklet too. Oh, that's cute. All right, I am going to need to find my, oh, here's my cloth right here, so I can wipe my hands off. All right, grab my other scissors. Okay, so we have that. Yeah, I like that. And we're going to use, if I can get the pin out of it, oh, art glitter for attaching everything. I just refilled my art glitter. So, oh yeah, see. It's this little thing that gets stopped up. I don't mind if these scissors get glue on them. Let me grab that pin again. All right. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. Yay. No, I spoke too soon. So I just filled it. And I had this experience before. My refill glue is a lot more liquidy than my regular glue. Same exact type of glue. It's liquidy. Okay, let's match that up. And the oleans will come through the lace. And that will stick nicely. And then I want to decorate the other side. I'm just going to hold this. So let's do these things on it while I look. Because I have that. That's too big. I don't want that one. That's too big, but I want to put that one somewhere else. Okay. Here's some of my little bits. No. There's some pretty hearts. Okay, we're going to fussy cut that. Okay, that is probably, hopefully, dry. And actually, I might leave that attached. So I went through and I cut up the majority of this book. And it took me a hot minute to be able to do that. It's such a really cute book. Like, I really kind of stressed over it. I'm sure we all have those books. I mean, even though we all cut up books, we recycle books, we save books from going into the landfills, we recycle packaging, you know, the whole bit. There are some things that are just a little bit harder, at least for me, to cut up. How about you guys? Are you of the same way? I mean, some of these things, like this specifically, just so pretty. Okay. So move all these things out of my way. We're going to move that out of the way. So on the back of this, let me see if this looks slightly different. Yeah, it is. All right. So I want that nestled there. I might tuck something in right here. I'll trim this in a moment, but in the meantime, I want to come in I'll edge that one in a little bit. So let's get this glued. I'm going to glue that in there. So you're going to open this up and see this. I'm not going to glue any of that. I am going to glue the bottom part though, to give the top part stability. Make sure that's even. I'm going to come in with these scissors. Do you guys use multiple scissors on projects like I do? I sometimes feel a little neurotic, but you know, I don't want glue on my good scissors. Adorable. And then this can be a little tuck spot that I'll tuck something in there. So let me glue this right over here. And then behind this little tuck spot here, actually let me pull it out just a smidge. I was thinking of taking, actually that would be super pretty there, or maybe I'll do this one on the inside. But I do have a whole bunch of other sort of edges. Let's get in the book. Let's look. Yep. So right here, kind of like that one. Oh, that one's pretty. You know what? I'm going to go with this one instead. Oh, you know the other thing that I wanted to do on this before I forget? This remaining piece, where's my big scissors? I need to come in and just shave just a little bit off these edges. So when it folds up sort of neater and it can tuck in better. Let's grab this. You know what? I'm just going to leave those up, those two edges up there. Throw those bits away. Now for this one, let me do this corner. Okay. We're going to trim it right there. That was my technical measurements. It's not straight. But I am going to do the corner rounder, so that will help. There. So this is like, oh, sorry, you can't see it. A teeny little bottom tuck spot. You know what else I think I want to do? Is I want to grab some of this paper, and I'm trying to decide what side. It's like peachy in that, but it's like pinky in this. I do have some. No, that's too orange. I have a whole bunch of papers over here, so I'm just trying to see. And I think we're going to use what I got. Yep, we're going to use what I got. Okay. Now, so my paper cutter is tiny. off of things. Okay. I have to move these. We'll do this so it will fit in my paper cutter. Where's my, oh, here it is. Open it first. Okay. Let's do 5.5. And then I can come in and I can trim these. That's how I have to do it with this paper cutter. It's weird. I know. Oops. There. Okay, so now I have 3 pieces. This is double-sided paper. So now I can come over here. Now they're different widths. Okay, that's what I want. I'm going to line this one with this. If I wanted to, I could make it a tuck spot too, couldn't I? You know what? Let's make this a tuck spot. Where's my... Oops. So there's going to be a whole bunch of pockets. Now I'm not going to fill any of the pockets with you all. I might do that as a part 2 for the video. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in the pockets yet. I'm not going to do a notch hole on this one because I like that. Although, you know what I could do is a little bit of lace. No, it will stick. Never mind. I don't want it to stick. Okay. There. So it's sticking right here. Can I not put glue there? There. So you open that up. I'll probably put something here. Actually, that would be pretty to have that heart match that heart. And then I can use this heart as another tuck spot. Tuck something behind this heart. Okay. So because I want this to be a tuck spot, let's glue just like that. This spot doesn't want to stay glued down right there. There. Okay, like that. Now, this one, do I want that side? Sure, let's do that side. And yes, I want my torn edge to show. And this one is going to be a side tuck, and I know it's longer than what it needs to be. I want to do lace right here. So let me cut. See, do we want 2 inches? Let's do 2.5. Save that for something else. Okay. Now, let me actually measure this. Oh, it goes beyond my paper cutter. I love this paper cutter, but that is what I don't like about this paper cutter. All right, so we're going to have just one edge here at the top. The other edge, I'm going to trim it. So let's trim right there. Okay, so that's going to go like that. This is going to be a side tuck spot, but I want to glue lace on this. So what I need to do is glue the lace now, let the glue dry before I attach it into the book. I don't know if that's going to be overnight. I don't know what that's going to be. But that's what I'm going to do. And yes, I know I'm cutting the lace bigger. I'd rather cut the lace bigger. I do want to ink all of this up before I go any further. I've been dying to make this book for a while. And it's a good excuse to give it as a gift. I'm not going to do a notch hole in this one because I like this torn edge. But I am going to glue the lace like that. And then I'm going to put this to the side to dry. Chances are it's not going to be dry during this video to add it to my book. Aleene's takes a while to dry. I use Aleene's for like my paper jewelry and stuff. I leave it overnight. Okay, let's... You know what? Actually, since that's going to be a tuck spot, let's cover it with that. And then I can put it in my journal right now. Let me just trim this down. That's what I'll do. There. Because then the lace won't interfere with the tuck. Get it? So then in a moment, I will come and add this to the book. And that needs to be trimmed, but I'll do that when I trim the lace. So let's just hold this a moment. Clean up some of these little bits that are all over the place. Actually, that's really pretty. I could use that. I'm not throwing that one away. And then this one. This one might need a little something. Nope. I mean, that's pretty. I had cut it with the intention of the lace. I really like that lace. So, all right, let me use something else. That's pretty. All right, I like that one. I got a lot of use out of that book, let me tell you. And there's still a lot in it that I can cut out. It's a beautiful book. I know this is bigger than what I need, but let's just glue it up. There, that's pretty. It's like double lace. All right. It's glued. I don't want that glued. Gonna get rid of some of these little bits. Let's bring this back. I didn't ink up the book. all this done. So I hope everybody had a nice holiday, however you celebrate it. We had a nice time. My mom moved in, so she's here with us. So we ate well. So decided to do appetizers for lunch. And then I didn't have to get up at the crack of dawn to make the turkeys. I decided to make 2 turkey breasts. One would feed us, that day. And then the other one we could have for leftovers. And what I'm going to do tonight is I am going to make turkey pot pie. And I make little individual ones. And there's a company that makes gluten-free, dairy-free puff pastry. So I just lay a piece of that on the little individual pot pies. I did this, but let me just do this again. So that's tonight's plan. I think that looks good. Okay. And I have stuffing still. So we could even, have that on the side or something, I debated if I wanted to put some in the pot pies, but I don't think I'm going to. I started doing individual pot pies a couple years ago because I do not like peas. My son, do not know where this kid came from, loves peas. There's so many foods I don't like. Peas is the top of my list. It's foods I can't eat are more the problem. But I don't like peas. I mean, I'll eat the sardines that he eats. Like, sardines are okay. My dad used to love sardines. So, I grew up with weirdos eating sardines. I'm kind of used to it. So, and my son is just like him. How funny is that? Okay. So, let's see actually, that almost, let me just trim a little bit off the bottom. Here's my big scissors. I like to think if I use my big scissors, I can cut straighter. It's not fail-safe. But in my brain, I like to think that. Okay. I want to cut this little corner off right here with that. And then let's ink this up. This one's going to get a smidge of a corner cut off too. Let me do that. Just a little hair off the wing, clipping her wings. I think I'm going to do just a smidge more. Okay, I am good with that. Okay, let's get this one glued in, and my plan is to do like snarky words if I can find them. I don't know if they're here. If I don't do it in the video, just know I'm going to come in with the snarky words. I did have them over here. I'm looking. I'm looking as I'm supposed to be gluing. Oh, I think I see them. All right, let me see if I can. Okay, that's the ticket one. Where's the snarky? Of course, I see the snarky all the other times when I don't want it. Which one is this? That's the regular one. That's the chit chat. Come on, snarky. You know, when you don't want to be snarky, it's the only one you can find. Let's see. Okay, let's hope one of these are snarky and it's not. Oh, darn, come on. These are the Halloween ones. I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to be able to reach it. I don't know that these are it either. Small talk, metallic, picture. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. Where did I put it? I have like a million of them, but not the snarky. I wonder if it's in my bag in the other room. Snarky, here we go. Look at how many I had to pull out. Getting snarky after all that. Whew. That was nail biting for me because I didn't know if everything was going to fall. And let's hope nothing does fall. Okay, so I think I want to use the black back ones. So my friend likes flowers. She's a teacher. I see so many I could use for her. This one. Because she's a teacher, I wish more people were fluent in silence. She's telling me her class is so loud this year. You know, she has multiple classes, but she's like, these kids, I have never had to discipline so much. And what is it? It's like 36 years she's been teaching. She started when she was really young. She went to college at 17. And she's like, these kids are really out of control this year. I wish more people and she loves teaching. She's, you know, it's a passion for her. You have to be passionate about it. Or else, don't do it. You know, she stays after to help the kids catch up. She doesn't have to do that. She's not contracted to do that. You know, she's genuinely trying to help the kids. Which I admire. Yes, she'll love that one. I wish more people were fluent in silence. Oh, good. So we have that. I want to decorate this. And, you know, I was thinking of doing one of the dolls here. You know what? Let's use the doll as a side tuck. How's that? I want to edge this. No, I'll just use this one. All right. Nope, I didn't get it in the middle, but I don't care about that. I wasn't trying to. There. And then I'm going to glue this to this, so this becomes part of the pocket, like. In fact, let me glue, well, let me edge it first. Stress it. I'm going to trim some of the bottom off. I wanted to. Do this. So when she went to Europe this summer, I had made, I don't know if you saw my videos where I made that envelope mini book. And I ended up giving it to her for her trip. And she loved it. And she's like, you know, I put all my sort of little memorabilia in that. This is how I'm going to do it. I am going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this. Glue this down. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to add glue on the other side. That way I can get it positioned exactly how I wanted it. So she uses my journal. You know, I've given her like a great big giant journal. Then I gave her that little envelope journal. And then I've given her like other little notebooky journal kind of things. She uses the stuff. My other friends who appreciate my journals are like, no, I can't use it. They either leave it on their altar or they just leave it on a shelf. There. That's really pretty. That's a really pretty side pocket. Okay. And now we need some snarky words right here. Where did those go? Here they are. Okay. Let's see. Normally I can make my decision quickly, but I'm looking for something special. I have absolutely no desire to fit in. That is her. That is why we're friends. Perfect. This is going to be a really long video. Well, you'll see it because you'll see the thumbnail. So my trick is, and you've probably noticed, I never do these straight. I always do them crooked. It's easier to do them crooked than it is to attempt to do them straight. I debated cutting this one up into twos, but that's okay. We will leave it like this. I have absolutely no desire to fit in. Ain't that the truth? You know what? Should I do a snarky here? Okay, so this is a side tuck, okay? And it says, "You're crazy is showing." You might want to tuck that back in. We're going to do that side. That's my weird sense of humor. I'll explain it to her. She'll get it. She's an artist, too. She does beautiful watercolors and things. She does cards and all that stuff, too. You're crazy is showing. Might want to tuck that back in. I love it. Okay. We have words here already. We have words here. We didn't do any words here. I wanted something small. How about I am fabulous? That works. We're going to do it along the side with the heart. Follow the curve of the heart. There. Okay. Now, for here, I liked this. thinking I might do a smaller piece of this. Okay. Let's start by correcting that corner, first of all. Second of all, let's close all that up. We'll put the book like this, which isn't going to stay, is it? You know what? I should trim this up. Make sure that's a straight edge. Okay, I just followed the path. Okay, I like that. I am not going to make this one a tuck. Just going to line it. But I am going to put some snarky words on it. I like the polka dots kind of edging all this, like the random dots. I like that look. Now this, we'll put there. Oh, he says hope. That's nice. And I'm not going to glue the bird down, I don't think. You know what? I'm going to glue part of the bird down. And I know I have to trim that end off. Nice. And now let's trim this. Let's do a little bit of glue. Just so it sticks. And then I am going to come in with my Distress Oxide. Do all that. Nice. And let's do some words. Perfect. I've got a good heart, but this mouth. Yep. She knows I love Tim Holtz stuff. She typically gives me Tim Holtz stuff as gifts. Like when Joann's was going out of business, she was stocking the stuff because they were slowly putting new things out. She was stocking them as well, looking for all the Tim Holtz stuff. And that's what she gave me for my birthday last year. All right, let's see. I'll cut it here so she understands the Tim Holtz obsession. kind of going all over the place up there, but that's okay. I've got a good heart, but this mouth. All right, this one needs a little more glue. There. There. So I have this one and this one left to do. Oh, kind of like that one. All right, it says, "You've also shown me how kindness really does change everything." That's neat. I like that. Sappy mixed with the snarky. Let's get my ink back out. Now, should I have this be a tuck spot? Yeah, why not? So, if I do this here, let me do this right here, the notch hole. And this one doesn't require words, snarky stickers, because it's already there. I gotta watch the time because I have a reading to do tonight. I have to make sure I'm doing that. As much as I enjoy doing this, I have to do that. Not that I don't enjoy that, because I do. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Okay. I like to save the covers for last. And I'm thinking for the cover, I am going to do, I wanted to do like a little, I can do it right here, like a way to close the book. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see if that's big enough. Oh yeah, that'll be big enough. Okay, we have that. Is it straight? No. That is crooked. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to position this right here. I'm going to position this right here. You know what, let me ink everything up first of all. Okay, let me ink this up. This is going to be my little holder for this that I'm going to attach to the back. Okay. I'm just holding everything in place so I can keep my spacing. going to glue this. This is how I do it to keep my spacing nicely. There. Glue that down. I didn't really glue her neck down, but that's okay. There's that. So that will get there. And this will loop around. And I want a little bit of extra, like, space. It should stay straight. Mostly straight. Yep, that's straight. You can see underneath the words, but that's okay. She's into books. She'll get a kick out of that. I mean, if I wanted to, I could line that. Piece of pink paper or whatever. Now, I never used that other heart, but you know what? I have another book to make. So I'll use that one there. I need to trim the front. I didn't do anything on the back. I need to trim this. I love it. Love it, love it. Now, snarky words. I'm allergic to stupidity. I break out in sarcasm. She has weird allergies like I do. Whoops, we're going with that one. All right, let's cut. So I have enough to make another book for another friend of mine. She just retired a couple years ago from working in the government. So she will like the snarky ones too. We'll just put, I'm allergic. And then over here we'll do the rest. I know it's going the same way, but it is what it is. Oh! And I think we're going to do flat back gems everywhere. But I don't know if I need to do that on camera. This has gone super, super, super long. I might do another, whoops. I might do another video where I show all the things I put in it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So this is what we have. Let's get that pressed down. And that's a tuck spot. That's a tuck spot. This is 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 a tuck spot. And that just looks pretty. Now, I didn't put anything on the back, but you know what? I think I might just do that and then do some funny words on it. Just to cover up that little glue bit there. And I have to go make dinner so I can have time before I do my psychic reading. It's going to be a long one, so that's okay. I like those ones. I do a lot around the new year with psychic readings, planning for, you know, what's best for the future and all that fun type of stuff. I am super happy with this book. So I think maybe I'll do the flatback gems off camera. Maybe I'll do a short video just showing how it all came out in the end with different things that are tucked in and all that type of stuff. So I hope you had fun. Oh, I want to do a thing here, but I don't need to hold the camera up. We're going to do this one on the back because I think that's funny. It's not the truth, but I think it's funny. It says, words cannot express just how much I don't care. Not the truth, but it's funny. Oh, I'm sticking to it, literally and figuratively. Cool. I'm happy with this book. I think she's going to be really happy with it too. She appreciates my stuff, and I appreciate her for appreciating it. It's nice to have somebody who uses your stuff and appreciates them. Wow, super long video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please check out my website if you're interested in booking a private psychic reading with me, www.elementalenерgieswithchrisanne.com. It's always linked in every video. I do readings in the Akashic Records, animal communication, mediumship, past, present, future, etc. I do have some art there too, and some free printables, downloadables, and free meditations, all that stuff. But please like and subscribe to this video so you don't miss a video that I put out every single day. Yes, I do a video every single day. Love doing it. It is fun for me. But it would be nice to have monetization so I can do even more fun videos. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. Be free.